What's up, guys? It's Duke for the Intimacy Liberation Army. I'm going to give you a short video today because I just threw a house party and I got to work in the morning and I am tired. Today we're talking about pushing your own boundaries forward so that you filter out the people that would be wasting your time. All right, so I'm on the group call today for the Attractive Man's Total 10 program. And a guy calls in and he's like, I have really high standards. How do I practice this stuff when I don't really want any of the people that are in front of me? And so when the one that I do want comes, then I don't have the skills because I haven't practiced. And I was like, all right, well, that's fucking easy. When I first started fighting back in 2004, I started training jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, whatever. And it would have been stupid to put me in even an amateur fight because I just didn't have the skills there. I had to gain the skills by practicing day in, day out, fighting with people, whatever, to the point where I was ready to actually compete at a level that I wouldn't get fucking injured by going out and competing. So I said very similarly, like there are a bunch of skills that you have to learn in the dating game where you can put your boundaries forward, you can be vulnerable, you can be comfortable explaining who you are, and then filtering out things that you don't want in your relationship. And you can become comfortable doing that by dating, doing approaches, going on dates, going and filtering out the people in front of you and getting better at the skill of speaking your truth and then seeing how they accept it and calibrating around those things. As you gain those skills, then you'll start to have harder boundaries, and you'll have to learn the next level of skills, being able to qualify, being able to relate, being able to build rapport, being able to maintain attraction while talking about serious, deep emotional stuff, tripping on people's traumas and dealing with, who they are as a whole person. And if you learn that stuff, then you'll learn how to move things forward into a place where you want to go. You can do that by practicing over and over and over with people, and not allowing the game or the date or the other person to pull you into a place where you don't want to be, by constantly putting yourself out there, being vulnerable, being evaluative, not necessarily being defensive, but having clear, well-set rules for the relationship. Then you can filter out for the person that does connect with you. And then when you run into the person that does meet all of your standards, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like exciting that this person can meet all these qualifications. And it's like you've been waiting for them your whole life and you click and whatever. But if you haven't explored those things and you don't understand yourself well enough to know that those things exist, and not just a fear from trauma or abandonment or whatever, but like real, this is what I will accept and what I won't accept in a relationship, then you don't know. And then you're just kind of at the mercy of whatever's in front of you. I think as far as building skill set in a dating or romantic sense, it takes a lot of repetitions and experience. And you don't have to go and get yourself hurt and destroyed. You can go out in a measured way, just like you don't have to flip out and start swinging wildly in the middle of a fight that you're not prepared for. You just go out there and you practice the thing that you're practicing, communicating, telling your story, and getting interested in the other person and hearing their emotional take on things, and wrestling with that kind of dissonance between two people's perspectives and two people's traumas and whatever. And as you get good at that, then you'll be better at communication in general, boundary setting in general, getting yourself into somebody's life without building weird expectations and throwing caution to the wind and getting stuck in a cycle of dating the wrong people. So my mission for you today is to write down a list of the things that you would like to evaluate your next partner for. And you can write down a list of things that's like superficial. You can be like, oh, they have to be hot, they have to be cool or whatever. But like, you really want to write down a list of things that are under their control. Like, yeah, sure, if you want an attractive partner that you're sexually attracted to, that should go without saying. But you want things that are under their control. Like, if they failed to do this thing, if they don't have this mindset, then they're X'd out. If they do this thing, if they've chosen this mindset, this way to live their life, then they're in, right? So I was talking to a girl tonight, and she said that she wanted to feel safe around whoever she's dating. And I'm like, yeah, obviously, but what does that mean to you? And then she goes into, I had to take care of everybody growing up. The guy I'm dating has to be financially secure. That's something that is really, really important to me, blah, blah, blah. And then so she clarified it. And so now she can go out and explain that to people. And so some people might think, oh, yeah, well, that's fucked up. Love isn't that way or whatever. No, she knows what she wants. And if she speaks her truth out into the world, she'll run into people who don't hate that shit, who don't fight that. They'll be like, oh, yeah, that totally makes sense. And she's like, oh, well, cool. But if she's not communicating that shit and she's kind of like holding back and not just kind of letting them show their colors, then she's not pushing forward and taking control over her own dating life. She's just kind of waiting for whatever comes along. And sometimes whatever comes along can spark that physical attraction and then not give her what she needs. Right? So, yeah, write down something that you will absolutely not accept in your next dating partner. And then you'll have something to evaluate them with on your next date or in your next initial salvos of conversation. Yeah. I think I'm going to do the footer on this one, so I'm not going to point all around like this. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I do this every goddamn day. So, till then, stay awesome. And then I'm going to do this punch thing with the glass effect.